Welcome to 2D CAD number 4. So this one has 3 objects as well. We've got a little hexagon honeycomb shape, kind of a little hatch, kind of a trapdoor look, and a wheel sort of thing. So all these parts can be made in Inventor, and we'll do them one at a time. So some of these are really easy, and some are going to take a little bit more time for us to do. So I'm going to go File, New, Center Part, Create, an Inventor. And I'm going to start sketching on this surface. So whenever we're doing a polygon, we go over to the rectangle tool and hit the down drop. And there's a whole ton of awesome things in here. We've got different tools for the rectangle, for slots with an arc in it. But polygon is at the very bottom. Click there, and I think it defaults to 6 sides. We're just going to go for it. I'm just going to click in the center, and I'm going to try and make this look as flat or as level as possible, and right there. Just to make sure it's level, I'm going to use the horizontal tool right here and lock it. And then I'm going to make it, it says it's 3 inches tall on the parallel side, so I'll go from here to here. I'll say 3, enter, so it'll get quite a bit bigger. Awesome. And now there is a part right here that is, it's a little smaller, so it's the same shape, it's a hexagon, but it's 0.5 inside the larger one. So what I'm going to do, oh, wrong one, is I'm going to come in here, use the offset tool. So that's right here, offset, I'm going to click here, and it's going to make, you can make things larger or smaller than the object you, or the sketch you just, or the lines you selected. I'm going to type in 0.5 and hit enter, finish sketch, and voila, that's all I got to do. So hit extrude, click only the outer rim there, and click OK, and then use M to measure the inside surface, or the outside face right there, and plug in your answer. And that's it. So that one's pretty easy, huh? So we'll go to the next one, which is this little hatch. So I'll go File, New, Center Part, Create, and I'm going to start 2D sketch the surface. I'm going to kind of go in the corner here so you can see it better. And it looks like the overall shape is 5 by 5, and then there's a 1-inch square in the middle, or not in the middle, in the bottom left, and it's off by 3/4 of an inch. So 5, 1, 3/4. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to use my rectangle, my 2-point rectangle tool, and I'm going to type in, as I'm making it, 5, tab, 5, enter. And that makes it 5 by 5. Awesome. I'm going to make the little rectangle, or the square down here, that's 1, tab 1, enter. I'm going to use my dimension tool, or I can click D for the dimension tool. And I click this line here and make it 0.75, hit enter. Click here, 0.75, enter. And that looks good. So what I'm going to do now is use a new tool called the rectangular pattern tool. So the rectangular pattern is awesome. You can make patterns in more than one direction. It's usually meant for the X and the Y directions, but you can use it in a variety of ways. So we're just going to use it in a simple manner right now. And it's going to say, what geometry do you want to make a pattern of? I'm going to just highlight everything right here, or I can click each of those one by one. And then I'm going to say direction 1 and direction 2. So by direction 1, I have to define it with this red arrow here. I can say this is my first direction. And notice there's a green arrow here that's pointing down. I can flip that one to go up. So now it's trying to make it go up that way. And I need to remember what settings I used in here. So there's 2. This means I'm going to make 2 copies. So there's one here and a second there. One being the original, and then they're spaced at 2.5 inches. So I'll just copy that information. There's 2, and I'll say 2.5. I'll go direction 2, and I'm going to click the perpendicular line. It's going this way, and it's already gone the right direction, so that's good. I'll just change it to 2.5, and look at that. It's coming together, and if I click OK, boom, got it. Made a rectangular pattern very quickly and very easily. So I'll say Finish Sketch. And we're ready to extrude, 1 inch, Awesome. Hit M, and you can inspect the surface and figure out what size that is exactly in square inches, and you're good to go. All right, so the next one is going to be the circular pattern. So this one is, I think, actually easier than the rectangular pattern. We're just going to make this and then make a pattern that goes in a circle, and we're going to have 6 holes, 6 iterations of that feature go all the way around, so it looks like that. And it looks like this one has a diameter of 0.5, and this one has a diameter of 3. So we'll go back here to Inventor. I'll say File, New, Standard Part, Create, and Sketch here. Do a circle, just for kicks I'm going to go right in the middle. And it was 3, Enter. Good. I'm going to make another circle right here. That is 0.5, Enter. And that one is also placed 1 inch from the center. So I'm going to go dimension center point to center point and make it 1 inch. Hit Enter. Cool. So that looks like it's good, right? But if I click here and I try to move this around, or this one around, you'll notice it can rotate. It's still blue, so it isn't fully constrained yet. So what I can do to make that work better, a really cool function of circles is I can use the vertical or horizontal tools to line up the center point. So in this case, I'm going to use my vertical tool. So I'll click there. I'm going to click the center point of the first one and of the second one. Nice. So now it's all black, meaning, okay. And now if I try to move anything, it all stays put, which is good. All right, so then the fun part. I'm going to go over here to circular pattern. It's right below rectangular pattern. And I'm going to click on this circle. And then I'm going to go over here and it's going to say, what axis do I want to use, or pathway, I should say, to make my pattern. I'm going to click the red arrow. Click the outer circle. Excuse me. I'm going to click the outer circle. And it will default to 6, but just for fun, if you wanted to try, like, let's try 60, you get a whole bunch and it looks nuts. I wouldn't do more than 600 because your computer might crash, but let's try just like 3, that looks cool, 4, oh, that's 34, 4, 10, whatever, but for the activity, I want 6. I'll click OK. And then finish sketch and extrude right there. 1 inch, and I will say OK. Awesome. So I can hit the M tool, measure this surface, and it will tell me the area in square inches, and life will be a dream. Okay. So that's it.